everybody, I'm the 13th Wolf, and you know what? I have got a movie for you. The people over at the Sprocket Vault, I believe is what it's called, sent over some movies for me to review. This one is called Bad Blonde. It's part of the Hammer Noir collection. Bad Blonde, I'm just going to give you a quick synopsis about it. It's about a scheming blonde that seduces a fighter and convinces him to murder her husband and his fight manager. It's the same person. So her husband is the fight manager. It's directed by Reginald LeBorg. The writers were Max Cotto and Guy Elms. It stars Barbara Payton and Frederick Valek and John Slater. Now, this is a cool movie. It, again, a lot, like I said before, there's an American producer that went over to England and talked to the guys at Hammer and said, I would like to produce movies. If you guys will distribute them, they'll be crime movies, drama movies, stuff like that, noir films for the UK. And on occasion, you'd get like an American that would come over and be in them, but mostly they were just noir films for Hammer. I mean, but this is a cool movie. Barbara Payton plays the wife of this guy this a big Italian guy that they used to manage fighters. And one day when the movie starts, it starts at a fair or a carnival or a circus, whatever you want to call it. Those kind of grounds. And this guy comes into one of the tents that, the tent is like, hey, we're going to give you we'll give you this much money if you could go 2 rounds with one of our fighters. So someone from the audience comes up, and I'm thinking, oh, this is all a big setup. The guy probably works for him. It's a shill. He'll win, and then they'll get someone else come up there and he'll lose. That's what I thought was going to happen, but that's not what happened. So the guy comes up out of the crowd. He beats the fairgrounds, fighter, and the guy that's the barker, the guy that's running the whole show, says, "You're a little too good to be an amateur," and so he's introduced to this guy's fighting assistant. Turns out that the guy that runs the fighting expedition tent and this guy's fighter's assistant are friends. They know one another. It's like, oh my God, Sharky, hey Chuck, how you doing? I was wondering if you could get us if you guys in with Giuseppe. Giuseppe's the big Italian guy that's married to the blonde. And so off they go. They find Giuseppe. Giuseppe sees that this guy's got some natural raw talent. So they start training. And while this is all going on, Giuseppe's wife, an American, is winking and nodding at the young buck fighter, and she kind of tries to seduce him into doing it. Like I said, try to kill her husband. That's where I'm going to leave you off at. This movie was really cool. It had one minor flaw, and that was the guy that played Giuseppe. Truly an Italian. Had the thickest Italian accent ever. So you had to listen really close to what he said because there's no captions. This has no captions or no subtitles. So you're like, okay, I think I got everything he said. It's thick, and I say you get like about 85 to 90% of everything he says. It's a good movie. I really enjoyed it. I can't say enough about it. If I had to give this a rating, and I will give this a rating, I would give it a 3 1/4 chainsaws out of 4. I really liked this movie. I thought it was well done. It's Reginald LeBorg's only big film. There's a whole thing about him that you can read. It's part of the extras. You go there and you read all about what happened to him, and it's kind of interesting. So yeah, do me a favor. I mean, have you seen this movie? Do you like this movie? Do you want to see this movie? Do me a favor. Like, subscribe, share, and always comment. I want to know what you have to think. I want to know what you do think, not what you have to think. So, yeah, tell me what you think about anything. Listen, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Like I said, again, like, subscribe, share, comment. For that, I'm the 13th Wolfman, of course. I'm on the prowl.